Title: The Bitter Sip. A story of Rohan. Rohan was a 17-year-old boy from a small town near the hills. He was intelligent, curious, and full of energy. His father was a schoolteacher and his mother was a housewife. They were not rich, but they lived a happy and peaceful life. Rohan had big dreams. He wanted to become a police officer and serve the nation. Everything was going well until he moved to a nearby city to prepare for competitive exams. The city life was completely different. There were bright lights, fast people, and new experiences everywhere. At first, Rohan was excited. He made new friends in the hostel where he stayed. They seemed cool, confident, and always had stories to share. One evening, his friends invited him to a party. "It's just for fun," they said. Rohan hesitated, but he didn't want to be left out. That night, he tasted alcohol for the first time. It burned his throat and made his head dizzy. But his friends laughed, cheered, and praised him for being brave. He smiled, thinking it was no big deal. Weeks passed, and parties became a regular thing. Rohan began to drink more often. At first, he thought it helped him relax, but slowly he started missing his classes. His books remained untouched. He woke up late, skipped meals, and often had headaches. His mind became foggy. Yet, he told himself, "I can stop any time. I am in control." His parents noticed the change when he came home for a holiday. His eyes looked tired and he had lost weight. His father asked gently, "Is everything all right, Beta?" Rohan lied and said he was just tired from studying. One evening, when Rohan returned to the hostel drunk, he stumbled and fell in the corridor. A teacher saw him and immediately called his parents. When his father arrived, he was heartbroken. He didn't scold Rohan, he simply said, "Come home." At home, Rohan felt ashamed. He avoided everyone and stayed in his room. His dreams felt far away, buried under guilt and disappointment. Days passed in silence. One morning, his grandfather came to visit. He was an old man with kind eyes and a calm voice. He sat beside Rohan and said, "I want to tell you a story." Rohan listened quietly. "There was once a young man," the grandfather began, "who lived in a village and wanted to climb a tall mountain. Everyone said it was impossible, but he trained daily. He woke up early, ran, and read books about mountains. Then one day, a stranger came to the village and offered him a magic drink. 'It will make you feel powerful,' the stranger said. The young man drank it. He felt good for a while, but slowly the drink made him lazy. He stopped running, he forgot his goals. The stranger gave him more and more drinks. Finally, the young man forgot the mountain he once wanted to climb. Rohan looked up and asked, 'Did he ever climb it?' His grandfather smiled and replied, 'One day he looked in the mirror and saw a stranger. He realized he had wasted time. He poured the drink into the river and walked back to the mountain. It was hard, but he climbed slowly, step by step. He didn't reach the top in a day, but he never gave up again.' Rohan's eyes filled with tears. He understood. The story was about him. That evening, Rohan took out his books. The pages looked dusty, but he felt a new energy. He wrote a letter to his hostel friends, thanking them for their company, but telling them he wouldn't return. He promised his father that he would try again. The journey was not easy. His body was weak and his mind often wandered. But every time he felt like giving up, he remembered the mountain. 6 months later, Rohan cleared his NDA written exam. He worked harder for the SSB interview. He stayed away from alcohol, parties, and distractions. His father watched him with pride, and his mother began smiling again. 1 year later, Rohan stood tall in his uniform, saluting the flag of India. He had not only climbed the mountain, he had conquered himself. Moral: temptations are like short roads that lead to long regrets, but realization, courage, and a second chance can bring back the path to your dreams. Life does not end with a mistake, but begins with learning from it. Thank you for watching Rohan's journey in the Bitter Sip. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more powerful tales. Your support helps us create meaningful content every week. Stay strong, chase your dreams, and remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback.